Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Rebel Inc. Escalation custom scenarios. Yes, by the way, I am aware that there are some additional official scenarios I have to get to at some point that released the latest DLC like a month and a half ago. Haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm hoping to at some point. What I want to try out today is a custom scenario called New Governor Privateer. And anytime you add in a new governor, it sounds pretty fun. We are the CEO of a private military, and the privateer uses capital to counter the insurgency. To me, this sounds a little bit like a combination between the general and maybe the smuggler or the warlord. We'll see. Begins with a big budget and low support level. Income is unaffected by reputation and generates income from stability rather than reputation. So it's really important that we stabilize a few zones, and that's what's going to get me the extra money early on. I like that idea. I like that idea quite a lot. We also have mercenaries instead of coalition units. They are more expensive and must pay the same price every 3 years, so you have a contract. See, I like the idea behind that. That's why I want to give this one a go. So we'll stick with the usual doctor, tribal elder, celebrity, tax collector, chef, and logistics expert. Play this on the normal difficulty. It is called Summer Thunder. That actually sounds like some sort of an album name. I like it. All right, welcome to the Saffron Fields. Got it, the easy one. Okay, so we are a private military contractor, huh? Let's go ahead and set up our HQ in the usual spot. Take a look at our government. We're going to go for the district representatives. We're going to grab a few things along here, get the extra intel, and let's actually get the outreach office a little bit early just to kind of roll out some initiatives. So we need to focus fire down a few little zones and try to get some stability going as early as possible. We have 3 urban areas all in a row. If I can focus on things that make them happy, we're going to have a pretty good chance of getting some extra cash, and extra cash is going to be our lifeblood at this point. So we'll see how we feel about that. There's the military stuff down here. Mercenaries. Me likey. Okay. Universal justice and PR is usually a pretty decent way to go. Could go for the urban outreach, but we don't really have much yet. Do we know what people want? Not really, not yet anyway. Healthcare is something that appears that it's going to become an issue, so let's go ahead and preemptively deal with that. You can sometimes just click on these zones and it'll tell you what concerns are there. They may not pop up on the map because they're not strong enough yet. There it is, now it's popping up, but still. Goes a long way to go ahead and meet some of these needs. We could also go for some roads kind of early on, and that's not a bad idea. What kind of roads do we have on this map again? Mostly interstate and then some main roads along here. Fine, let's grab the interstate, plus we'll grab the PR, and we'll need to get some corruption down as well. I would imagine corruption could get pretty bad with the privateer here. I mean, it seems like there's plenty of opportunities for abuse, am I right? But I don't know, maybe not. That'll cost me $13 to get. I really want to get that universal justice at 7 though. That's pretty massive as far as the extra boost in support, so we'll take that and just try to stabilize, let's say, the city as quickly as possible. And now they want telecoms. Well, you guys just want the world now, don't you? Let's see, droughts. You know, I don't really care too much about the aid here, but I guess we'll do this. $2, just trying to get a little extra support. I don't know. We don't care about reputation as a thing. That's kind of weird. Right? It's weird to play a scenario where reputation doesn't matter. I just care about it in the sense that I don't want to lose the game. But I don't care in the sense that I will lose money. Fascinating. Definitely changes up some of the goals. Going for telecoms early does sound like a pretty smart idea right now. All right, fine, we'll pick it up. Yes, I know the insurgency's out there. I'm aware that it's an issue, but I also know that we need to stabilize zones to make money. This is pretty pathetic. It's a very pitiful amount of money. So let's get it. Yes, they're firing up in the mountains. Good. That means they're exactly where I want them to be. They're playing according to my tune, so to speak. Okay, well, this one should stabilize fairly soon. Yes, we need to get some military units pretty soon here, too. If these guys had fired off, over this direction, I actually would be in a lot of trouble, but they almost always start somewhere in this corner if you pick up this HQ, which is, great. We'll worry about getting things like, we need $20 for the first military unit. Frick me! I was going to say we need to worry about the corruption a little bit later, but holy crud. All right, that's one stabilized zone. We'll see how much of a difference that ends up making. I need cash. I need a lot of it. They're going crazy over here. There's a lot of them. I can't. Oh, gosh, dang it. All right, well, we have approved. This is going to lead to a terrorist attack, though. It always does if you don't get to do some extra security around it. All right, well, at least we have a few zones stabilized. Now we're getting some cash again. Let's get those mercenaries up and running. They're still blue over here, so there's some limitations, apparently, but that's okay. We'll set up over here for now. Let's actually try to counter these guys and push them back if possible. I just want to fight them back over here. Looks like our units are fairly strong. That's good, at least. I'm guessing the next one's also expensive. Weirdly enough, no. The first mercenary is the expensive one. The second is $9. But remember, we have to pay their fee every 3 years. And they fired off on my capital. Lovely. Let's go ahead and kick them the heck out of here. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. Solves that problem. No, back her up. Get out of here. Don't you do it. All right, what do people want? Water. Very badly, they want water. Okay, we can worry about that. What else we got here? Ooh, there's new things. Hang on. Privatization. Increase income from stable zones, but get a ridiculous amount of corruption and inflation. Ah. All right. Stock market, increasing your monthly income, but you lose reputation. I don't care about that. Increase support level, but lose reputation. Don't care about that. Bribe the journalists, gain reputation. Nah. We'll go for the stock market and for local employment. I'm good with that. Anything that gets me extra income is a huge plus right about now. Let's make sure that we are able to kick these guys out. I want to get rid of this camp. That's a few more stabilized zones. Oh, all of a sudden, things are starting to look real good. Let's go for some local employment, since people do seem to like that. Let's get the interpreters and guides so we don't antagonize the locals, get some intel a little faster. This is where I'm expecting to see that the telecoms are going to start skyrocketing our profit potential. Let's move you guys over here. We're actually pretty much on par with where we need to be. I mean, yeah, we don't have the camps taken down, but otherwise, we're able to get these guys contained within the mountains. They're not crossing the river. That's kind of the big deal right now. We could go for the strategic communications. What's this? Privatization? Oh, right. That's the corruption one. Let's actually burn down some corruption. We're kind of letting it get a little high at the moment, and I want to prevent that from getting too crazy. Yeah, some of these are looking pretty good over here. All right, so we're going to win this. I do need to get some more units. But also, let's remember the national soldiers are the free ones. What's this? Coalition-grade transports, increasing combat effectiveness and travel time. Veteran snipers? Chances of fleeing insurgents taking casualties. Interesting. Payment in kind. Mercenaries set up businesses and land rights as payment. Really? Okay. Increase the roll of initiatives, decrease 3-year contract payment amount, but lowers the support level. And then no prisoners. Antagonize the insurgents, but they get strength and gather intel quickly. Interesting. Some of these are pretty strong, but let's go for that strategic communication. The more money I make, I mean, the more zones we get, you know, in our favor, the more money I'm going to make. We're making $7 per tick all of a sudden. I'm going to go ahead and say that's pretty good. Let's get a third round of mercenaries. I want to try to kick this guy out. Let's make sure they retreat in the direction that I want them to, so that this doesn't become a bit of a liability. Let's also get some additional road upgrades. That's usually pretty helpful. Then let's move you here. And I think they're going to retreat the direction I want them to, since the camp should already be over there. Can I move forward? Do I dare? No, honestly, I don't. I think I just want to sit tight with where I am at the moment. Could go for local police recruitment. Doesn't strike me as necessary. What's this one? Hire the insurgents? Interesting. Not what I need, though. Let's get some corruption reduction. Let's get a national soldier, and let's get some forts. Because I guarantee the forts are going to be a place I want, like right here. That is the best possible spot. It reaches all of these zones. That's huge. 5 areas protected under 1 little fort. So now it's very easy for me to contain these guys. We might even be able to just go ahead and push forward at this point. We can reinforce from this zone into a couple different locations. There's the camp. Boom, boom, bada, bada, boom, baby. That should work. All right. So I imagine they'll be okay. Now we get the reinforcements. Not as good as I would have thought, actually. Okay, fair enough. Hang on. Let's make the forts better, and let's get some airstrikes and see if that makes a difference. Another war distracts the coalition. So I'm going to guess the lore in this case is, hey, there's another war elsewhere in the world, and they're offering better rates to take away your soldiers or something like that. I don't know. There we go. There we go. That's looking pretty solid. And they're going to be leaving me pretty soon. No, they're not. We're going to get some extra cash. No. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Now we move forward over here. And we should be able to fight those guys back. No problem. Let's threaten for reputation. I'm already at 105, though, so it's not like it matters that much. And apparently we do have to get a foreign relations office, which even makes sense for a corporation of sorts, you know? Makes perfect sense. We're making a lot of money now, by the way. Let's go and grab more anti-corruption. Let's get more national soldiers. Let's improve travel time. Let's get the civil assistance. And let's go for some drones, just for intel. I'm sitting on plenty of cash at the moment. Sit with national soldiers right here to reinforce all of them. We are going to negotiate to get the soldiers back. I lose some reputation, but who cares? Let's do an extension. $7 is not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest. That seems completely reasonable. Huh, okay. Move you here, move you here. We'll be fine. Let's see. We do need to keep burning down that corruption. We could just go ahead and grab the privatization and say screw it. That's a lot of money, but I also don't think I need it. Let's just burn down a load of corruption. Prevent me from losing too much reputation, you know what I mean? It's gonna be fine. Yeah, this seems okay so far, honestly. Not too bad. There's actually a pretty good amount of customization that goes into this scenario here. This feels like a pretty balanced idea for a governor, which is always a big win in my book. Hey, look at camp! Bomb it! Thank you! Perfect timing. You gotta love it when things work out that way. You absolutely do. There we go, a bit more reputation for me, still sitting at about 108. Let's boost up the travel logistics, let's get some intel. And, I don't know, more national soldiers would be good, plus some weapons to make them a little bit better at their jobs, since we all know they tend to struggle. So I do need to sit down and actually play with the new official scenarios, and ideally also try out the new DLC map that came out, because there's some pretty cool stuff along those lines. I want to do it, it's just I haven't had a lot of time to really go for a mega brutal guide, you know what I mean? Oh, life gets away from you. This is the problem with getting older, kids. You find that you never have the time for all the stuff you wanted to do. It's actually a little bit sad and disheartening, but oh well. Let's fund the military. Yeah, sure, we might as well. Let's just get stronger national soldiers. We gotta go deal with this now, though, unfortunately, so hold on. Move you guys up over here. We'll try to retreat these guys into a corner somewhere, and then we'll crush them. Blah, 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 blah. Threaten one more time, because we can. And now I'm sitting on way too much money. Way too much money. Increasing corruption, decrease support level. I just don't see the... yeah, actually, you know what? Fighting in remote zones is a pretty good thing. We'll do that. Faster drones, better drones, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens when you have tons of money. It's just like nothing's really a threat. Hey, look, a camp. Let's go ahead and extend their contract out just a little bit. And push you forward, push you here, and... whoop, wait. There was a camp here hidden underneath me, and I didn't even know it. Literally beneath my feet. Boom. Bye. All right, that should be the last of them, and this is going to be a big victory for me. Oh, and we didn't even finish training up our next national soldier. Nice. Alrighty then, super duper easy. So this is a pretty fun scenario, I think. Yeah, it's actually good. It's actually pretty good. I don't know why this only got 3 stars. I think it's a pretty solid idea for a general. It works. It really does. Anyways, Yahoo, let's just go ahead and jump forward to the end, find out what my score is going to be. The answer is it's not going to be a very good score because it took forever for some reason to actually roll this stuff out. Weird. These zones really did not want to flip over to my side. Nonetheless, we get 5 stars at 2,676 points. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good scenario. I think that this is a fairly well-balanced governor. I think it's interesting to play with the mercenaries. I think there's a good amount of customization. What's not to like? Absolutely a thumbs up from me. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.